G'day folks, well I had a viewer request to do a tutorial for this puzzle, this 3-colour Megaminx ball. It's a limited edition. You can actually get this type and also a type with green and purple and grey I think on it. Now despite being a limited edition you can still buy them. So if you like these things, go and buy one. Anyway, this is, I guess it's not too hard, but it is a little bit confusing. You've got to end up with the wavy stuff here. You've got to end up with all the lines connecting. So I'm going to take you through the method that I would use. I'm going to do a quick scramble here and then come back with the scrambled puzzle ready to go. Alright, well this is pretty well scrambled and it may not look like it because there's only 3 colours, but it certainly is. Now you've got a white centre on top, you've got a blue on the bottom, and you've got pink everywhere else. So what I'm going to do is start by solving the white face, and that's really simple because there's no issues of edge orientation to worry about. So the first thing you're doing is just putting in 5 of these edges. You're just basically grabbing them and turning them up into position. Here's another couple. That one's there and the last one goes there. Real quick, that's done. Then what we're going to do is place 4 white corners. Now that's not placed. Well, it is placed but it's not oriented. And what will happen is that it'll need to form a nice circle there. So what we're going to do is find a white corner just below it and turn it up into that position using an edge piece series, just an up, up, down, down. We're going to use that for the entire solve. And so then that one's out, we can sort of turn that one around. Now ordinarily I might look to turn it here, but that's facing the other way. So I can just use 3 edge piece series to turn that in. But normally I prefer to turn it down and then bring it up like that. So it's just 1 to get it in there. So always using this up, up, down, down move. That's the key move for the whole thing. Where's another one? This one can go up into that position. And I need a 4th, so let's turn that one around to here. And join that. Okay, you can see it started to, if that was white we'd have a nice little circle here. Now we only want to do 4 of them. The reason for that is we're now going to use this 5th empty slot to get these 5 lower equator edges. Now these are not all got at the moment. That one is because it's an unbroken strip of pink. That one is not because these ones need to go in the middle here. So what I would do, I want to turn this one down to here, but at the moment if I turn it down with an edge piece series it's going to knock that out. So that's what I use my 5th corner for. So in fact what you can normally do is just turn the position up, turn the edge on and put it down. That one's done. Moving around, we'll need our corner for that one. This one again we can position up, turn it on, put it down, and we've got these 2. Last one here, let's put that one in, and at this stage there'll be heaps of these because these have got to go at the top as well. That's why I'm having no trouble finding them. Okay, now having done that I've got to get this last white corner into position. So I've got to find it first. It's on the top and I'm going to bring it around so that it's above its position, but it needs to be facing that way. So if it's not facing that way then I'll just turn it up to the top face, turn it around, bring it down again, still not facing that way, turn it up to the top face, bring it round and turn it down again. Now it is pointing upwards, so what I can do now is 3 edge piece series, down, down, up, up, or if you like up, up, down, down, you could do that as well. And here comes the 3rd one, and you can see that that has now been placed. So we now have a completed bottom face or white face because I'm now calling that the bottom, and the lower equator edges are all done as well. The next stage is to place these lower equator corners, and the key thing I want to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, is to have them all facing the same way. So they're all with the black strip going sort of downwards. That one's correct. That one's correct. This one ain't. How are we going to get that there? Well, we're just going to turn it down. They're all on their own little orbit, so I'll just turn that down till that one's in. What about this one? That one's in. Last one. Turn one of them down. That one's in. Done. Okay. The next thing is to place 4, in fact not 4, to place all of the middle equator edges. There'll be 10 of these around the place. Now, again, these have to be broken. We want to save the unbroken ones for up the top here, so these broken ones have to be there, and you can see how they're going to join to the other corners. So that's placed and that's placed. What about this one? That's not placed. So we're going to need to put one that goes there just up here, and we're going to replace this one with that. Now this is probably the most complicated part of the whole solve, and it's not complicated. We don't want to get rid of this corner that we've just done. So notice that we haven't done these upper equator corners yet at all. So I'm going to put that in its place, just there. I want to replace this one with that one, so what do? Just turn it up, put the new edge on, undo those moves, and then the last thing to do, this setup returns the white to where it was, and you can see now that edge has been placed. Keep turning around, that's okay. This is why this is nice and really quicker than the other ones, because there's no orientation of these edges to think about. That one needs to be done. This time we're going to go up this way because it's on the right. The other one was on the left. So this time we're going to replace that with that, but that's going to be bung, so we've got to place this corner into that position first. That's done. Return the white face. That's in place. That's in. What about this one? Okay, this is going to be replaced with something there, so we turn that around, put an upper equator corner in its place, and away we go. Return white face. This one, this is going to come to there, upper equator corner in, replace edge, return white face. Should be getting close to the end now. It looks like they're all done except for this one. And what do we got? We've got something up the top. We don't have something up the top, so what that means is we'll have something here. So we're going to just take that up to the top, and we'll just do that. That'll just involve this upper equator corner, so that doesn't matter at all. And we go, that edge is up the top now, and it's now in position there. Upper equator corner in, replace edge, return white face. Let's take stock. We've got the whole white face continuing to be done. We've got these lower equator edges in. We've got the lower equator corners and these edges all in. Our next stage is to place the upper equator corners, or to place 4 of them at least. And obviously, if these ones are going down and joining, these corners have to be going like that. So we just want to do, the way we're going to do it is to put a corner above where it needs to go and just turn it down correctly. If I turn it down like that, you can see that's not going to be correct. If I turn it down like that, you can see that it is. It joins up nicely. So I go down, down, up, up. And straight away you can see exactly what's happening there. Move around to another one. Here we go. Move around. Another one here. I'm only trying to do 4, remember? Oops, just got something not quite aligned here, I think. Now that may even be 4, no, it's 3. So there's another one. What have I got here? Can turn that around. Okay, that's 4 done. That's in fact all of this wavy stuff done except for the 5th one. And I want to keep that 5th one in order to get these upper equator edges done. Now the upper equator edges need to be unbroken stickers. So that's correct. That's correct. That's correct. These 2 are not. So this is going to be used to put under here. Now I'm going to assume that this one is also not correct because that's the furthest you'll get. If this is our last corner, it'll be those two there that are the furthest away. I'm going to pretend that that's not done, and I'm going to use this one here to do it. What you want to do is turn your fifth corner around, so one turn, two turns, and then one turn to place it underneath the edge that you want to replace. Remember, this is okay, but I'm just pretending it's not. Now, use an edge piece series to go down, down, up, up, and place the edge where you want it. And that was the dodgy corner, so we now turn it back. There's one turn, two turns, one turn. And so if you need to place these over here, that's how you do it. If you need to place these ones, then it's simpler. It's just one turn, one turn. And then we'll find this edge, down, down, up, up, undo the two setup moves, and let's have a look. We've still got our nice wavy set of lines. We've got the edges, all these things are matching up. The white face is still done. We've now just got really the upper face to take care of using this as our dodgy corner and edge. So how are we going to do that? Well, the first thing is that we're going to take care of the 5 edges that go here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are already in place. So let's put this one up here. So we can do that by a simple edge piece series. Okay, all the edges are in. Remember, we haven't done this one yet, so it'll look dodgy. We've got this pink one that's not done, and we've got these corners here. And again, the corners have to make a nice matching layer. So these two, they're done. What about this one? How do I do that? Well, from now on, I'm going to be doing up, up, down, down, and I'm going to involve this corner, and it's also going to involve these two, which are going to be messed up for a bit, but they'll come good at the end. So what I'm going to do is put a blue piece first down there. I'll do that just with an up, up, down, down to put that down there. Now I'm going to turn this one around, and I'm going to do whatever up, up, down, down I need to place the blue corner there. This time it's going to be that way. Okay, having done that, let's turn these back to where they went. You can see that's also done. And now what I want to do is place the blue, the last blue corner up into there. And now I check and see what's going on down here. And you can see that those ones are not back where they should be. So I'm going to keep doing that until they're back. And of course until the edges are correct as well. So you can see that should be a broken edge, and it's not. Okay, what do we got now? We've got everything back except for these two corners that need to swap. Now you're going to, with this puzzle, have two situations at the end. You could have the corners, the last two corners in position but twisted, or you could have the last two corners needing to swap. Now if the last two corners need to swap, then the good news is we can simply use 3 edge piece series involving those pieces there. We're just going to swap. Those two will replace each other, and these two will replace each other, and all the edges will come back to where they should be. So obviously these two replacing each other will be fine, and those two will not only replace each other, but they'll flip around as they do it. So it's just up, up, down, down, that's 2, and then a third one, and you can see that what's happened is that has replaced. Now these two have actually misoriented in the process. Now that's not a big deal if that happens, and there's only, I'm glad it's happened in a sense because it allows me to show you what to do when you have two twisted corners. So all the blue face is where it should be. The only thing wrong is these two. Okay, what do we do? So if we've got the two to change orientation, what we need to do is hold it so that one of them is in this lower position here, and we're going to place the other one that needs to twist next to it. So the only setup will be that, because these two corners here are going to be pushed out. They're not going to be involved. So I might as well do that now. Now the only thing to think about is which direction do I want this to turn? Well, because I'm going like that, I need the black part to be that direction. And the way to get it to that direction is to twist it this way, to twist it around like that. And that'll happen by twisting a left first. If I twisted down the right first, that would be a problem. So here's the other one. This is the first one. What do? I do 2 edge piece series. And if I just stop there for a minute, you can see that that has twisted correctly. And then I'll place the other piece that needs twisting into that position and go the other way. So a right first instead of a left first. And having done that, I can undo. Now, which was the setup I had to undo? That one there. And finally undo that setup move, and we'll see that all of these are now joined like that. All of the edges are in place. The strips along here are all single color stickers, or single piece stickers I should say. The white face is intact, the blue face is intact, and that 3 color limited edition puzzle is solved.